He probably doesn't want you to know about this, but Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan is getting a whole bunch of money dumped into his campaign for governor, and a huge portion of it is coming from the same people who just helped elect President Donald Trump to a second term. And if nobody calls it out, this could be a major plot twist in Michigan's 2026 election. This is So What Michigan, where we follow the money, connect the dots, and expose the bullshit that's going on behind the scenes in Michigan politics. Here's the deal. Duggan is tapping out on Detroit and says he's running for governor as an independent, but on paper, his campaign is being bankrolled by the same deep-pocketed Republicans who helped elect Trump, and even some of the folks involved in the Flint water crisis. We're talking about billionaire Trump donor Roger Penske, charter school profiteer J.C. Huizenga, and Ron Weiser, the former chair of the Michigan Republican Party. Duggan, who was a Democrat until last year, also took cash from people who ran Trump's presidential campaign in Michigan, as well as a former aide to Republican Governor Rick Snyder, who was criminally charged over Flint. And these aren't just small checks. Some donors maxed out, $8,300 a piece. Others used family and corporate executives to get around the limits. And then there's the dark money group tied to Duggan, with billboards all over the state calling him America's most effective mayor. Because of weak campaign finance laws, nobody really knows who's funding those. And here's the kicker. Duggan's campaign isn't saying much. After the Detroit Metro Times broke this story, his son and campaign manager Ed Duggan dodged questions altogether. Instead, he just said Duggan is, quote, proud to have the support from people who are, quote, fed up with politics as usual. But that whole both sides shtick, it's being powered by some very familiar Republican megadonors, and their cash could play a huge role in this election, namely by siphoning enough votes away from the Democratic candidate and toward Duggan to ensure a Republican becomes our next governor. So what? We're a ways out from Election Day, and a lot could change. But if you've got friends who think Duggan is some neutral, apolitical fixer who's above the fray, ask them one question. Why is he taking money from the same people who gave us Donald Trump? Because this isn't just about Duggan. It's about transparency. It's about the receipts, and it's about who's pulling the strings behind the scenes while pretending to be above party politics. If you want to stay ahead of all the Michigan political BS before it hits the fan, hit follow. I'll keep connecting the dots, and I'll keep you in the loop as I learn more.